Hello, everybody. Welcome to Market Watch. It's time to review and discuss the Digimon trading card game market on a Monday morning for a change this week. I got really not much else to say. We're heading to the Nationals rush. Today's going to be just a little bit of a review as to what's going on. If you guys enjoy this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notification on the smashed potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. Over here in Omnimon Land, as per tradition, the BT13 Omni is starting to go down a little bit. The hype is starting to wear off, so that's notable. Altart still remains expensive, but it seems like you might be able to get a good deal for an Alter B right now in comparison to an Alter B. Altart, Lottery, not Altarts, not Lottery Arts, but Altarts are, cool. They look better, and you might want it for Omnimon decks. So I definitely recommend getting this card, before it explodes in price. Because whenever there's Omnimon support now, people might look at Alter B and they might say, it might hype it up, right? Like it went to when the Omnimon stuff came out in BT17. So I would definitely expect that. That's just par for the course at this point. All right. There was some typical YouTube commenter on my last Market Watch saying I didn't call out the last 3 memory boosts. It was only the 3 memory boosts that did the thing. Or something like that. I don't remember. I didn't spend much time on it. However, we do have here the other 3 the scrambles. Did I say memory boosts? The other 3 scrambles that I didn't cover last time. So, just to repeat, because, I don't have anything better to do. Pre-release price was $3. You go to release date, which is the 13th. Definitely started off more expensive than pre-sales. I can admit that. But then it got a little bit cheaper as things went on. This was one you had to monitor a little more carefully. It started off really strong, but then tapered off to be a little bit cheaper than the pre-sales, right? Just a little bit cheaper. Then we move on to the 14th, day 2 of the Scramble set. Still continued to be really, really, really cheap. However, you'll notice that it started to pick up on some prices. Like, for example, here it started to pick up a little bit. Then you move to the 15th, and all is well and good. Cheap. It continues to be cheap. What I will say is that the Yellow Scramble did go a little bit differently, but depending on when you viewed the price of the cards, like, for example, I was probably doing Market Watch when these were the most recent sales or whatever. It was higher than pre-sale value. Or you look at the Blue Scramble here. We're going to look at a very similar pattern. And notice how I'm already preloaded. I do my research, people. Start off at $3 again. Get to release day. Started off strong. Okay. Then we had some listings that were pretty cheap. Not that one. This one, I guess, was pretty cheap. Gets a little bit better, I guess. Just, yeah, cheap a little bit better. Nothing too crazy with the blue boost. A couple cheap listings, nothing crazy. Not as crazy as the yellow boost. And then we go to the 14th, and as you can see here, a whole wave of sales took place that were like higher than the pre-sale price. You see the blobs. You see the blobs. Now we're going into the new day, sorry. But you see it, right? And then you go to the last one, the green one. And again, for the 6th time now, for the 6th scramble, start at $3. Pre-sold high or pre-sold around $4 after that. Then release day comes out. You see it down from $4, but now it starts to hit the $2 markings. Starts at $2 markings consistently on release day. Then we move on to the next day, and it, started off at $2 again, but again, started to rise. You have listings here for the 340s and the high 2s. It happens multiple times, and then you go to the next day, and now it's back to being cheap. So I will give credit where credit is due, and depending on what time you look at the scrambles, they are moving up and down, some of these. Even now, we revisit one of the ones we talked about Saturday night. As you can kind of tell here, they're kind of ping-ponging all over the place. And that's okay. That's okay. If anything, they're down a little bit now, which is good. But, just take a look. Use your brain. Use your eyeballs. And just do a little bit of research instead of making dumb YouTube comments. See, now I wasted Wasted 4 minutes talking about scrambles where we could have talked about other things. Because one guy was like, oh, here we go. Had to do something about it. Now, to be real, I probably would have covered this anyway, because the rest of the LM set is looking really interesting. The regular alt-arts, like the alt-art cards, are really retaining their value, but everything else in the set is tanking. Everything else. New aces, new memory boosts, other stuff, it's all tanking in price unless you're an alt-art, and even the scrambles for the most part are a little bit on the down right now compared to what they were. So yeah, sets retaining well. If you actually take a look at what we're looking at for sealed product, still kind of up there in the mid 50s when it should be selling for much less. Still a lot of consumer confidence about this product. I think this one is probably just plus shipping, right? Yeah, that was plus shipping. All right, moving along. We have some lottery card shenanigans happening here. The most recent sale here of Paladin Mode Ace was $551, but now we're trying to move this for $1,200, as you can see here. That's expensive. Ain't no one paying $1,200 for this card, probably. But odds are you'll end up paying, maybe $600, maybe a little bit higher. It's sought after. Card you need it for Nationals, maybe. Crimson Mode Ace also following a similar suit here, being one listing left very expensive. The last couple were just eliminated, and now we're looking at $825 as the cheapest all of a sudden. It happens. Maybe you won't get $825 for it, but maybe you can upsell and get a little bit more money for it. That's definitely something you need to keep in mind. Here we have Champion Snap Ukomon. I bring this up because we finally have a TCG player sale. We didn't have this before, but we do now, as of a few days ago. It's sold for $100, one copy. Now we have the 200 and the 300s. But people are selling for $100. If you see this, you'll be incentivized to buy for less than $100 or around $100 anyway. What's really interesting to me though, and I think this is a bigger conversation for a different day, but I remember when I won my regionals back in the day in 2022. Holy moly, I'm getting old. And I sold both sealed champion packs with the cards inside them that are arguably much worse than the cards in this current champion pack for around $2,000 a pack. 2 times, because it was 2 different regionals I won, right? It's just kind of sad that this is where we're at right now, where we have a really good regional champion pack or participation pack or whatever. The cards inside it are really good, alternate art and everything, but they're barely selling for high prices. That's kind of the degradation of our price support in this card game. But again, that's a different conversation for a different day. But if you want a max ready Ukomon, you have $100 of baseline now, according to TCG Player, if you want to do that. Talmon Loop stuff. Stuff you might want to get before it's too late. Once this listing goes and this listing goes, we're in mid-30s and 40s really quickly. Talmon Loop is coming. This Renamon is already seeing the effects of a buyout here. You can take a look at the sales data here. People are buying. They are buying. Now, granted, it's a little bit cheaper than what it was right there, but only by one singular listing. After that, it's back to 20s. So we're definitely getting to the time where you want to sell these cards. Absolutely. And if you want to buy these cards for Talmon Loop, then you're running out of time. Liberator promos. The level 4 puppet, the Shushu, of Promo Risa, followed by Promo Green Bird, Promo Champion Bird, and Promo Shoto. You're going to want to get rid of those cards soon. They are getting reprinted. This Shumon in particular is high right now. I would definitely look at getting rid of it sooner rather than later. People are buying it right now for higher prices, so it is moving. But I'm using this as a greater catalyst for a better conversation. That is, get rid of these promos before they get reprinted again, and everyone has them. Seiken Mappa, or Seiken Mappa, I don't know how to say that. Pre-release stamp from BT10. It has been brought to my attention that we're getting Royal Knight support in BT20, but we're also getting a Jessamon GX apparently in BT20. Is what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not. But Seiken Mappa is the Jessamon GX card. No matter what Jessamon GX we get, odds are this max rarity version of Seiken Mappa will rise in price as a result of hype, assuming it has a good window dwelling effect, which I'm sure it will. So I would definitely grab this card before it's too late. Chains of Liberation Booster Box EX08. Let me be real with you. 140 for a box is asinine. To my understanding, this set isn't even being like short printed or heavily allocated or whatever, just regular business. And to boot, this is the week after Nationals this comes out. So like there's no events using EX08 for a while. Do not spend $140 on a booster box of EX08. Do not buy the pre-sales. Really don't do it. Wait for the set to come out. And soon, listings will be available for pre-sale. Don't buy those either. Just let it go. Wait it out a little bit. This red memory boost here is getting eliminated from the market. If you have this red memory boost, you might not be able to sell it for $69. Nice. But we have 69 and we have 420, 420. It's going crazy. Maybe you can get some extra money out of the red memory boost and buy back later. I don't know. Just thought I'd bring that to your attention. I closed a card I just had. It was Foil Gotsumon, I believe. Clicked the wrong button. Gotsumon. Yep, there it is. We talked about on Saturday random foils from EX07 getting bought out. It keeps happening. Like, this is a random foil that seems to be bought out. Sure, this also looks like a random foil that seems to be getting bought out. A common theme is NSP trade. Interestingly enough, with NSP support on the horizon, makes sense, I guess, kind of. These are foils that you should probably sell while the hype is high, and I wouldn't wait on these, honestly. Really good price right now to do so. Who wouldn't sell Godsmon for $20? I would, if Canada Post isn't. Oh, but Canada Post. So the government might be forcing the workers from Canada Post back to work. That was the most recent update as of 6:57 p.m. today, Sunday recording, over an hour ago. But they did mention for now there's no change in our current labor situation. This could change, though, by the time this video goes live or tomorrow or whatever. So it looks like there's a bit of a horizon, but they are going to renegotiate terms anyway. If they are forced back to work, they have until May 22nd to figure it out. Otherwise, they're just going to go back on strike. So that's the status. Still can't ship any cards. But yeah, just thought I'd share that because there's people actually wondering. There you go. Last card today is more Galamon support that's going up. Takedo Matsuki at $10. If you take a look, it's almost gone. If you take a look, people sort of kind of are buying it. There's not a lot of rush behind it. It's a slow-moving buyout, I'd say. But maybe make sure you have it before the Galamon support comes out in EX08. Just a suggestion anyway. But that'll do it for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.